It's a big day at High Point Elementary in Seattle, Washington. It's the annual Science and Technology Open House. But this year, the event marks something special. The grand opening of a virtual museum created by teacher Abby Alessi's 4th and 5th grade students. Assuming roles such as
curator, exhibit designer, public relations officer.
Her students put together exhibits covering a variety of Washington state topics, including history makers, geography, the environment, and the economy.
Everybody is a computer!
There's good reason to showcase and celebrate their work with schoolmates, family, and friends today. After all, their virtual museum is the culmination of a year-long, standards-based, technology-rich unit created by their teacher. A unit that started with careful planning. Abby wanted to focus on history and language arts, but looked at how she could integrate as many of the core curriculum subjects as possible, challenging her students in a variety of ways to develop higher-level thinking skills, problem-solving skills, and communication skills. She wanted the unit to be meaningful to her students, having them create museum exhibits incorporating places, people, and things from the world around them would give their work relevance. She also knew by giving her students an opportunity to use the tools that were being used in the world outside the classroom, it would engage their learning. Using a curriculum map, Abby laid out all the subjects she would be teaching for the year, along with the requisite standards that needed to be met. This mapping helped her pace the museum unit within the context of everything else she needed to address during the year, ensuring no overlap. It also helped her to use her time more efficiently.
Some of the big topics that you can choose from are
using a PowerPoint presentation at the beginning of the year, she laid out the unit for her students, explaining what they would be doing and what she expected from them. Her presentation also served to model the kind of performance she expected her students to deliver with their own multimedia presentations at the end of the year.
Of what we want our final project to look like.
It was a challenging unit for the students, but also one filled with a lot of fun, including this field trip to learn the best way to put their own museum together. The staff at Seattle's Museum of History and Industry gave students a behind-the-scenes look. Everything learned here would be put to use back in the classroom, so it's no wonder good listening and accurate note-taking ruled the day.
Curators, you have 2 major jobs to do today.
The students even got a dry run at creating an exhibit and making a presentation. Knowledge and experience that would come in handy as they prepared their final projects for the unit.
Mostly my job is to make the exhibit more interesting.
Making a community connection, getting students to understand their personal link to the world around them was important for Abby in setting up the unit. This visit helped them grasp how a museum reflects the ideas and the values of its community.
Hi, you guys. I'm Joan Cabresa, and I'm here from the Environmental Protection Agency to talk to you today.
Along with visiting experts outside the classroom, experts from the community were invited into the classroom to share their knowledge. Abby's students often videotaped these visits so they could share what they learned with the rest of the school via the school's closed-circuit TV system. Students would also be putting their writing skills to use with follow-up emails to those visitors. Throughout the year, this unit encouraged students to take ownership of their work, direct their own learning, and in the process, discover how technology could support it. CD-ROMs came in handy in gathering information. The Internet served as a valuable tool for research. Digital cameras allowed the students to capture explosive pictures for their presentations. Not quite St. Helens, but a process no less that helped them take pride in their work. It was also an opportunity for Abby to creatively infuse her teaching with the technology she's gained through workshops and seminars she's attended. Abby will be the first to admit, however, this unit has been a team effort all the way. Just as the students worked and learned from each other, Abby brainstormed and worked with her colleagues to enrich the unit.
All right, take a piece of chalk toning, and I...
The school's art instructor was instrumental in assisting both Abby and the students in creating the mural that would become part of the final project. Throughout the museum unit, careful attention was paid toward assessment. Abby created rubrics tailored to the unit. She also had her students doing self-assessment, making entries in a journal as they advanced through the unit. And perhaps most important, she conducted student-teacher assessments, where she conferenced with individual students to determine how well they were working together.
Good job.
And speaking of assessment, what do fellow students and community members think of this virtual museum? Based on the enthusiasm and interest shown here, this grand opening and this standards-based, technology-rich unit can both be considered a smashing success.